Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Season 4 of City Edition with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB, you're very, very welcome. And this is going to be the best one yet. And I'm not saying that to keep you here. I have seen the city and it is freaking glorious. Season 4, because Season 1 we did a detailer city, a small creative build from Strict Toaster, very beautiful though. Then Season 2 we did a real life city in the guise of London, which was, it had some problems. I had some problems. We just about managed to get through the series, but it was a struggle. It was definitely worth seeing if you want to see. You might pick out one or two ideas from London, possibly. Last month was a real life city again, based in a small city in the Philippines by Mismoth. Very excellent city build there. Had a real vanilla feel to it though. Today we've got another real life city. This one, however, is more to the Strict Toaster level of detailing. It is rather glorious. Now you may look at this and go, this is just a screenshot, nothing is moving, why isn't the simulation running? Well, there is a reason for that. There is a reason for that. And also, those of you who know the city may be looking at one point of this in the foreground going, there's something missing. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to get to this. I promise you. Don't worry. Everything is in hand. It is. It wasn't, but it is. The city loaded rather quite easily. I'll talk more about the actual name and the creator in a moment. The city loaded fairly easily, actually. I've got 32 gigs of RAM, and I'm running at about 80% of my resources while I record this. The city has a few issues, minor issues, operational issues, and I've paused the game because of the spawning of buildings, and I'm not going to go through them all and fix them. There may be a mod that does them all at once. I'm not aware of it. And in the foreground there is a lighthouse, or there should be a lighthouse. I recorded about 15 minutes of this show before realising that there was no buildings in the middle of my city, or middle of this city, not my city, the middle of this city, and then had to reload an older save to bring them back. But that older save hasn't got the lighthouse in it, and placing the lighthouse was a little bit of a struggle. I managed it. I have got a newer save, and when we get down to that area of the map, I will load the newer save that has the lighthouse, but the city will be devoid of a few buildings where they've despawned while I was doing so. So hopefully that covers everything. So anyway, let's talk about this particular map. It is based on a real life location, as said already. It's Coruña A Nova by Funchenstein. Now, Funchenstein is a great creator. They do have their own YouTube channel. I will link it in the description below, and if I remember, because coming back to this and putting in all the tags and all the links and buttons and stuff like that later, it is possible I might forget. But in the top right hand corner of the screen now, there'll be a direct link to their channel as well that should open in a new window if you click it, hopefully. So definitely worth going and checking out their channel. They've got loads of great cinematics from this city, and also there's a clue, I would suggest, that they may be making something in the future, and there is a good place to go see it. So do go and check them out. They are worth it. They really are worth it. So let's see if we can do this particular city justice. Now, location is the north top left hand corner of Spain. It's a beautiful area, and I think that Funchenstein has really done this area justice. It's not an exact copy. Doing an exact copy of any city in Cities Skylines is a tall order. It's a real tall order. It's very unlikely that you'll have enough matching assets to be able to do it. I picked a couple of areas at random, and there are one or two areas that you go, yep, that's definitely a good rendition, and there are areas where you go, it looks like this particular area would do, but it doesn't actually look like Coruña A Nova. So hey, okay. But I'm not going to be overly critical on those things. It is a game. We are mostly doing this series if we can pick out one really good idea from each, even if it's a road layout or a set play or something like that, where you go, wow, I want to do that on my city. That's what these videos are about. Not about criticizing the creator, although I think when we get down there, which we'll do in a few moments, not many of you are going to have any criticisms for Funchenstein on this build. Those that follow social media will have already seen a lot of screenshots of this city. It's glorious. And every time I saw one of the screenshots, I actually held back a little bit. I wanted to join in with all the fun and go, wow. No, I wanted actually not to see the screenshots too much myself. I'd see one or two of them and go, no, I'm not looking any closer, because I knew that this City Edition series was coming up, and if the city was shared, I want to have a bit of a wow factor with you. I have had a quick flyover of the city here and there, but when I'm doing the review over the next 4 shows with you, a lot of what I'm going to be you're seeing will be what I'm seeing for the first time properly myself. So there'll be true reactions going on there. So normally what I do with these series, I'm going to spin this around and bring this up here, is I open up the toolbar, and then I go to the top left hand corner, and all these buttons down the side of the screen here, we normally go through all of those. I think that probably, once again, I'm still learning how this series should best work, and I think that works really well on a organic city, on a city that you're building from scratch. But if you're doing a recreation of a city, like last month where we did Mies Moths, and there wasn't great fire coverage in the middle of the city, or police coverage for that matter either, but the police stations were where they are in real life. Well, real life doesn't work with the game's, the game's, not physics isn't the word I'm looking for, but the way that it works. So I don't feel that necessarily in a city recreation is necessarily the best way to go. We will have a quick look, but I'm not going to go through every button. It's pointless. I think so. I think it's pointless. What we will have a look at, though, first of all, this overview, it's kind of like with London, although it was more obvious with the London city build that it was incomplete. This is, I'm going to call it complete but incomplete. To me, without loading the map of the on Google, this looked like a finished city. Everything about it says to me, there's city fade, there you've got farmlands around the outside. Everything said to me, do you know what? I reckon that's done. It is done, and I'm not. But again, no criticism of Funchenstein here at all. But loading up Google, you can see there is building around here. There's industrial areas in these areas here. So what Funchenstein has done is said, right, okay, this highway is going to be the outer limits of my city. I think it's a good call. There may have been a prop limit or a building limit. I doubt a building limit, but certainly a prop limit or something like that was being reached, and so they probably made that decision. Again, I haven't gone and had a look at their YouTube channel in too much depth, because I don't want to spoil it too much for myself, this particular flyover. Right, let's have a quick look then. If I come back and if we the district names, I think the district names, I don't know if Moore Square, Emerson Heights, Madison Heights and Woodland Square are the real districts. But yes, maybe they need renaming, possibly. We haven't got all 81 tiles unlocked. I think we're going to do that first of all. This is options. This is an old save for me, so I've clearly forgotten to do that. Right. So whilst those 81 tiles are unlocking, which is great, we'll have a look at the top left-hand corner here once this is finished doing its magic. See how slow it is. Mind you, I've got the speed slider running at 30%, and that's just for ease of camera motion. Right, okay, so what have we got? Electricity, the main ones here. Electricity, we've got about a quarter usage of the production. Seems to be a lot of operational facilities over on the right hand side of the map here. I hadn't noticed that before. And then we have the water again. Yeah, it looks like the water's being drawn from the edge of the map. That's fine. It's all good. And usage, we're running at about 75% maybe of capacity, and sewage probably around about the same, I think. Maybe about 80% possibly on the sewage. I'm not going to go through all of them. Let's see if there's anything else. Let's have a look at the traffic. Traffic's always an interesting one. So let's bring this down here and have a little look. And we've got some areas in red. Of course, red doesn't equal congestion. Red equals high capacity. Lots of traffic on there, but if it can all be moving smoothly. Now, I have had a look at a couple of these intersections. There is some traffic build up, but I think it would continue to keep flowing slowly, like a city centre would. There would be a little bit of build up there. I don't think it's going to be anything that would cause too many problems to the city itself, to the life of the city. Right, next thing we'll have a look at, I think we'll come up and have a look. Actually, we don't normally do this one. We should really do this one. The city statistics. This is the city growth. Now we are in the 2180s now. You see, there's been good steady growth with this city as they've been building it. Really nice to see that. I don't think it's really essential to see. I mean, the Treasury is not going to tell us anything at all because of the sort of city that we are looking at. City value is, again, it's not telling us anything that is of any use at all. So I think basically that just goes to show what sort of size city, and we are still growing. Now there are problems with the city, as you've seen with these notifications absolutely everywhere, and there will be even more of them. We come out of this mode here and click on one of these buildings. Not enough goods to sell. Well, yeah, there's a Hickory residence. So this is a high density residential building. It looks like it's got a commercial double usage going on here. Yeah, the ground floor, we have got a commercial building pushed in on the ground floor, and so we've got a lot of move it has been used with this particular city. But with not enough goods to sell, then these buildings will despawn, as I have discovered. So there are probably mods that can fix this. I do normally have mods that I would hide these notification buttons with, all these little these disconnected roads and stuff like that, or items there needs to be on a roadside. I do have mods to hide all those normally. Without going into too much boring detail for you, when I wanted to subscribe to this month's map, which this was actually my second choice, but not in a bad way. I had something specific that I wanted to do this month, but that one wouldn't load, unfortunately. So we've come to this one. 2,000 and odd assets and mods and stuff. So what I did was I unsubscribed from everything on the workshop to make sure that I had room, and then subscribe to everything on the workshop. There are 200 missing items, by the way, but I should point out this one out. 200 missing items, things that were created and are now no longer on the workshop. That's the thing, when you do a city that takes months and months to build, by the time you finish it, there may be some items missing off of the workshop, which is a shame, but there's not really too much we can do about it. So anyway, that is that's the city overview. We're not going to finish the show now. We are going to do a little bit of a fly through, but I think I'll show you in the foreground. I just mentioned this thing in the foreground, the lighthouse in the foreground down here. There is a lighthouse that lives here, and took me a while to be able to place it because of reasons. Yeah, this is an old save, and so yeah, for me to place the lighthouse again would require me to spend some time doing so, and during the time that I spend doing it, I suspect that these commercial buildings will start despawning. And so what I'll do is, I do have a save of this. I do have a save of the lighthouse in place. So when we want to come and have a look at the lighthouse, I'll switch to the older save, and we can enjoy that one. But there's plenty of great. I mean, just down here. Actually, I don't want to go to that just yet. I don't want to go to that just. Let's come to the outside of the city and do a little drive into the city. Not in actual first person mode, because I want to be able to sort of like whiz around and have a little look at the buildings and the build. But let's come down here. So hopefully this isn't going to be too slow. Let me just move the speed slider down a little bit more. Actually, I just want it to stop bouncing around. Oh, there you go. Just even moving the speed slider is proving to be frame rate is a nightmare. Again, I'm leaving the simulation off so the traffic won't be moving. I don't want the buildings to despawn before I get there. So, right, so if we still stop here, we'll have a little look over that way. Right, okay, we're too far out of the city to take anything in. Again, look at the road quality. We come down here to the road quality. We've got yeah, the barrier going down the middle here, and there's no jinky janky going on with the highway. It's really very good work indeed. We come down to our first intersection. Let's see how that's looking. This intersection that we've got billboards in place, where I would actually expect there to be billboards in place. I'm loving it. One might say that. One might say I'm loving it. Look at this intersection. It is terraformed into the ground, so we have got this cutting going in here. We've got the elevated roundabout going over it. We've got a crossover going over the top of that as well. We come back up here and just look at that. That is just marvellous. That is just really nicely done. Even this intersection. Forget about the city. Forget the city. This intersection has many hours worth of work in it. What's going on under here? A little bit of glitching. Yeah, fine. That's fine. I'm not focusing on glitching today, guys. Nah, this isn't that sort of show. Just off of here, we have got a little rural area. What's going on here? I don't know what this is. This is a hotel, I think. This is a... looks like a... what do they call them? Like a Premier Inn style hotel, possibly. I'm guessing. It's speculation. Look how well it is done, though. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice indeed. We'll follow the we'll follow this highway in. I'll tell you what, we'll try and stick a straight line, see where this highway takes us if we go the straight line. We'll do a little look off road as we go. So this leads off to a little country village. We've got 4 episodes, guys. We can come back and look at some of these things a bit later on. That goes down to the Riverside by all looks of it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's get back onto the road, BonBon. Back onto the road, BonBon. Thank you. Alright, what's going on over here? Is this some kind of yeah, it's a little parking lot, overgrown parking lot in the corner with the old rusty fences around the outside. I think that's Beard Monkey's work. Lovely stuff. And again, just look at the decal work that's done. Just this little area here. Look at the decal work that's been done on there as well. It's just so good. It is so good. Right, spin this back round. Join the highway again. Hang on. Look, even here. So we've got this little work area over here at the foot of this hill. So you've got sheds, industrial equipment and stuff like that. Then you come out of here. As you make your way and merge back onto the highway, look, it's muddy. That's where the traffic would be using to get back onto the highway. That is a very nice touch. Very nice touch. Okay, some of you may have seen the Essential Lighthouse. We're not getting too distracted just yet. I'm having trouble not being distracted by everything. Buildings on the right and left. We're getting in towards the actual town now. I'll pull this up a little bit so we get a slightly better frame rate. Refresh rate. I'm bouncing around a little bit here. I got a large elevated footway going on here. Let's have a look here. So we've got the footway. Looks good. A lot of people using it. That leads over to... I'm not sure what this is. Is this the hospital? Wow. People do like to walk to the hospital. Anyway, yes, a big old hospital, that one. We'll carry on. Oh, lag, major lag, major lag. Game frozen. Yeah, seems to be working again now. Sorry about that. Yeah, can't really do too much about that. Yeah, game was literally not responding for a few moments there. As we head up towards the in towards more of the city. Look at the footpaths on the footpaths, the stairs on the left here. Look at this. This is amazing work again. I think we've got some procedural object mod working going on here. This one works up, and yeah, wow, that's a lot of stairs going on there. Just shows one thing though. Shows one thing. This isn't a flat build. This is not a flat build. So we're talking about a creator who's worked with the undulating terrain as well. Actually, if you look over on the distance there, the actual city in the top of the screen there, that shows that we are not working on a flat build plane. Excellent work again. I'm going to be doing oohing and ahhing a lot with today's map. Today's city, or this month's city. This month's city, isn't it? Not today's city. The city we're looking at today, this month. Next intersection. Looks a little bit like this one. Okay, there's one to copy if you're into that kind of thing. What's going on with this central detailing? To me, that looks like it wants water on it. Maybe there's supposed to be water on it. Maybe we're missing some assets or something that cause water to be on it. Come down here and let's have a little look-see through. So now this is where I'm not going to be coming down on creators. Yeah, we have got an encroaching central reservation there. Come over to this side. Yeah, it kind of drifts a little bit, but it is hidden, and so we'll just let it go. Let's not moan about these things too much. But anyway, yes, excellent again, very nice. Still going in towards the city, slowly edging our way in that direction. Now, what's next? We've got another underpass going through here. What is going on? Shall we have a look underground first of all? I like going places I shouldn't be going. Come down to here. Now this one is, by the looks of it, yeah, we're not going to be able to. If we just get in pop up, we cannot get down there, so we won't even try. For those of you that wanted me to have a little look. Then I've not spent ages researching Coruña, but what we have is a statue of sorts. Majestic. This appears to be a little nod to Captain America in the nude. Literally, United States of America. Yes, in God we trust. So yes, good to know that the Spanish are very keen to honour the American souls. Anyway, yes, what we got here? Taxi ranks. Taxi ranks. Not something that I've actually used in the game myself yet, but cannot wait. And then down here to an obelisk. I do like the word obelisk. And again, look at the basic detailing around here. We've got these bollards around the outside, the obelisk there, the city background against it. I mean, even we just did that as a random screenshot. Most of us would be really happy with that. Not a full city of it, just that little area there. And then just off of here, we've got a little. What's going on? A couple of clusters of people going on here. So maybe this is like a little drinking area. Maybe looks like there's a bar going on there. Very busy bar. I fancy a sangria. I've never had sangria before. What's it like? Don't know why I fancy it, but yeah, just getting the thirst going now. Ah, look, just look off to the side here as well. These gardens. You have a look. We have even got these lawn textures popped in here. Just look at that. Oh, what's going on over there? Is this a concert or something? What's going on here? Don't know what this is. I do not know what this is. But again, as a feature area, and it just feels like that's where it would be. Of course, we are dealing with a real life build, or a take on a real life build. Right, down a little bit down, further down the highways, we've got the footpath on the right again. Let's see if there's anything else that really pops out. Oh, got the port on the right hand side now. We will come and have a look at the ports separately. I realise how long this episode is getting now, so I'm going to try and scoot through, just see where the highway takes us without spending too much time looking at all of the individual details. This is why we have 4 episodes. We might even need 5 for this one. So much to see. Now here the roads separate up a little bit. Now what's the main route? I think the main route is actually taking the right. So we'll take a right up this way. More gardens on the left here. Again, even a garden like this is not something that gets done in a couple of minutes. Hours we're talking here. And again, screenshot there. Yep, be really happy with that as a creator. So many great assets on the workshop, enabling city creators to produce really stunning work. I'm in awe of the community. You guys are just producing so much stuff. I can't keep up with it. I am just one man. Here we have a network extensions 2 tunnel, looks like. So we would probably be able to drive through that one. Where's that emerging? I don't know. I don't know. Wait, where are you going? I don't really want to hit this button because it's going to slow my game down, but where's that go? It passes underneath the... Where's... Oh, it emerges all the way over here. Okay, right, well, now we know. Come on. So that comes out all the way down here. I don't know. Which is the main route? Ah, now we've hit a roundabout, so we don't really have a main route now. Let me pull back and see what's the obvious direction to go. Well, we're not too far from the seafront, so I think we might just skip down this road here, past the football pitch, past the tennis courts, get down to the harbour. Again, just looks so good. Ah, yeah, and now we're heading down towards. We've got a swimming pool going on down here as well. So this is like the this is definitely the tourism district. Big old roundabouts. Big old roundabout. Sports grounds again. Up there is in front of us where we would see the lighthouse. And then we can scoot straight past what would be the lighthouse. We will have a look at that. I promise you in a later show. Promise you. Don't worry. We will come to it. Cycle paths leading all the way up here. What's going on down here? Ah, yeah. I'll tell you what. We're going to finish today's show with this little location here. It actually is a real life location within the city of Coruña. One of the very few things that I've actually done any research on at all. And if we spin up, you'll see we've got a couple of, well, it looked like they should be harbours, yeah? Do you think these should be harbours? They look like they're harbours, but they're closed in. Well, I question that myself. And the answer is, this is an aquarium with outdoor pools for seals, for rays, and for sharks. So I probably would not be inclined to go swimming in this particular pool, especially if that is the shark pool. I'm guessing this is probably the seal pool over here. Guessing, just by the size of the pools. Sharks would need a little bit more room to spread their fins, really, than the seals. But hey. Yes, and just look at the coastline. Just look at the coastline, guys. Okay, we've got some water glitching. Ignore the water glitching, guys. Ignore the water glitching. But yeah, that is just lovely, isn't it? Do you know what? I think we'll finish on that as a screenshot. There we go, it's a thumbnail. Just I'll twistle it around a little bit that way. Wow. Just wow. Got 3 more shows just like this, and I'm going to spend each one of them down at city level. We're going to have a little look around all of the areas, look at the industrial area, the commercial districts, the lighthouse, which I will find the newer save and have a little look at that. There is so much to see and do in this particular city. I am going to start the simulation up if it'll let me. There we go. Simulation. World's slowest frame rate. Dreadful. Yes, it is. It's an intense city. It's an amazing city build, and I'm really looking forward to showing you more next week. So well done, Funchenstein. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for What's Map, where we try and find you the right map for your next city build. Will it be as good as this one? There's only one way to find out.